like to think of ourselves as cultural sophisticates here at FirstPlay. We read actual books, are happy watching subtitled films, and even comfortable ordering off-menu in restaurants that don't serve milkshakes. So it's as much of a surprise to us as it is to anyone that the shooter we're most looking forward to playing this year isn't Crysis 2 or even Killzone 3, but boot-stomping gore-fest Bulletstorm. The game takes place on a paradise planet gone to seed called Stygia, which is now full of giant plants, monsters and gangs of gun-fodder mutants who look like they've just escaped from Thunderdome. We spoke to a man whose name I haven't a hope of pronouncing right.
My name is Adrian Chmielarz and I am a creative director at People Can Fly.
Thank you. And we asked him just what it is that makes Bulletstorm different.
I do think that the main difference between Bulletstorm and maybe not every single shooter out there, but most of them, is the fact that usually it's about survival, right? It's about progressing from one enemy encounter to another and surviving that encounter and fighting against all odds. So we always say that in other shooters, when you see the enemies, you go, oh crap, and then you fight for your life. While in our game, when you actually see a group of enemies, you go, yeah, now it's the time to unleash my inner sadist.
Interesting, that's the exact opposite of what our social worker always says. To help you unleash that inner sadist, Bulletstorm basically makes killing people as fun as possible, with a huge arsenal of fat-barreled guns, coupled with the ability to laser whip people into the air in slow motion. Throw in fat, corpse-crunching kicks and an overcharge function which makes every gun at your disposal into a flesh-melting super weapon, and we're in all sorts of business. But what's Adrian's favourite way to flay?
The good thing about the gameplay mechanics, the system that we have in the game, is that we actually are not able to control this. You have like tons of different weapons, and you have your body moves like the kick, you have your leash, and you have interactive environment, you have objects in the environment you can use. And actually the amount of permutations, the amount of stuff that you can do is actually something we cannot control. We cannot test all of that. And we actually, after 3 years of development already, every single day I'm seeing somebody doing something new. So it's not a particular action that you can execute in the game that's the most exciting to me. It's the fact that actually you're on your own, and this is an open book. This is carte blanche. Go ahead and write your own story. So unleash your own inner sadist there, and show the world how it's done.
It definitely sounds impressive. And Bulletstorm is also impressive to play. From our hands-on, it's clear that the game is accessible, with an arcade emphasis on fun. But there's an unexpected freedom and complexity to your attacking options, which makes toying with your enemies extra fun. A last word from Adrian. Sell it to us, man.
You know what, just literally yesterday I saw our lead gameplay designer doing something like this. We have fly traps in the game, right? These giant mutated fly traps that are able to actually, eat a live human being. And he was fighting against the boss. What he has done, he actually beheaded the boss, and while that head was flying in slow motion, he actually wrapped a flail chain around this. This is like explosive flail chain. Then leashed that head with the flail around it and kicked it towards the fly trap, and the fly trap actually grabbed that head, swallowed that head, and then he actually blew that flail chain while it was inside the fly trap, and that was his way of destroying a fly trap in the game. So that was kind of impressive.
Great stuff. Bulletstorm will be out on the 22nd of February. Stay tuned to FirstPlay for more on the game.